Psalm 21, Thanksgiving for Victory and Divine Blessing. Psalm 21 is a royal psalm of thanksgiving that celebrates God's favor upon His anointed king. Traditionally, it is understood first in its immediate historical setting, where King David rejoices in the victories, strength, and blessings granted to him by God. At the same time, many Christian interpreters also read the psalm on a deeper, prophetic level, seeing it as pointing forward to the ultimate fulfillment of kingship in Jesus Christ. In this way, the psalm operates on two interconnected horizons: the life of Israel's earthly king and the eternal reign of the Messiah. The opening verses, Psalm 21 verses 1-6, express the king's joy in God's strength and salvation. The king does not attribute his success to personal ability or military strategy but to divine intervention. God is portrayed as the one who grants the desires of the heart, answers prayer, and bestows honor, life, and blessing. The imagery of a crown and long life reflects royal favor and stability, emphasizing that true authority is received rather than self-made. In a messianic reading, these blessings are often seen as anticipating Christ's resurrection and exaltation, where he is granted eternal life, glory, and dominion as the victorious king. Verse 7 shifts the focus to the foundation of the king's security: trust in God. The king's steadfastness is not rooted in armies, political alliances, or human strength, but in reliance on the Lord's unfailing love. This theme highlights a central biblical principle that genuine security comes from dependence on God rather than human resources. In application, it extends beyond the ancient king to all who seek stability through faith, showing that trust in God is the true source of enduring strength. The psalm then turns to the defeat of the king's enemies in verses 8-12. God's justice is portrayed as decisive and unavoidable. Those who oppose His anointed one ultimately fail. Historically, this reflects God's protection of Israel's king and the nation itself from hostile forces. In a forward-looking interpretation, these verses are often understood as anticipating the final triumph of Christ over sin, death, and all forms of evil. The imagery of judgment underscores the belief that injustice and rebellion are temporary, while God's righteous rule is permanent. The closing verse returns to praise, exalting God in His power. The focus shifts away from the human king and back to the divine source of all victory and blessing. The psalm ends not with human triumph but with worship, reinforcing the idea that all glory ultimately belongs to God alone. This conclusion ties together the entire psalm. Human kingship is meaningful only insofar as it reflects and depends upon divine kingship. Overall, Psalm 21 is a celebration of divine favor upon God's anointed ruler, grounded in thanksgiving, trust, and victory. While it reflects the historical experience of David, it also carries a broader theological significance, pointing forward to Jesus Christ as the perfect and eternal King who receives everlasting life, ultimate victory, and unending glory from God.
Psalm 21. To the chief musician, a psalm of David. The king shall have joy in your strength, O Lord, and in your salvation how greatly shall he rejoice. You have given him his heart's desire, and have not withheld the request of his lips. Selah. For you meet him with the blessings of goodness. You set a crown of pure gold upon his head. He asked life from you, and you gave it to him, length of days forever and ever. His glory is great in your salvation. Honor and majesty you have placed upon him. For you have made him most blessed forever. You have made him exceedingly glad with your presence. For the king trusts in the Lord, and through the mercy of the Most High he shall not be moved. Your hand will find all your enemies. Your right hand will find those who hate you. You shall make them as a fiery oven in the time of your anger. The Lord shall swallow them up in his wrath, and the fire shall devour them. Their offspring you shall destroy from the earth, and their descendants from among the sons of men. For they intended evil against you. They devised a plot which they are not able to perform. Therefore you will make them turn their back. You will make ready your arrows on your string toward their faces. Be exalted, O Lord, in your own strength. We will sing and praise your power.